Hey everyone, it's Kai from Cool Collectibles, back again for another review. This time it's the new LEGO Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series Snowspeeder, which is a set 75144, and it is a pretty damn good set. There are a few interesting things that surprised me during the build. There were a bit of a few nitpicks, but LEGO actually helped me out on a couple of them. And their service, I have to say, I got this directly from the LEGO store. And LEGO definitely have, or they live up to their reputation for having some great service. But this is just a quick pan around. You can see there. So it is quite a bit different from the original. I never got the original, although I did get the original TIE Interceptor and X-Wing. But once I got the new X-Wing and the new TIE Fighter and Slave One over the last couple of years, I couldn't resist getting this as well. Just first off, I'll go through the new minifigs. Hold on. Alright, so these two minifigs are apparently exclusive to this UCS set. And I honestly had no idea who they were meant to be, because I was expecting Luke Skywalker and Dak, but apparently they are not. I'm still not sure who this guy in the white helmet is, because I think Dak had a blue Rebel emblem. So I'm not sure who that is, but going by the information in the instruction manual, this is Zev Seneska, which apparently is the pilot that found Han Solo and Luke Skywalker after their camp in the Tauntaun. So I had no idea what his name was from the movie. I only knew him as Rogue 2, I think he calls himself in the movie. So I had no idea, but I looked it up once I saw the name in the instruction book, and yes, he is the pilot that found Han Solo. So, nice bit of detailing on the figure. Apparently, I always thought LEGO minifigures had printing on their arms, but apparently they only reserve that for these special sets. And overall, they do look pretty damn good. I do like that grey helmet and the weathering that they've got on there. So, a couple of nice minifigs. The instruction book itself, as you can see, is pretty damn thick, and I do like the first few pages where they go through some information about the Snowspeeder, and they talk about the model designers and what work they did, which is all excellent behind the scenes information, the graphic designer, and this was the information about the minifigures and Zev Seneska that you see there, and then the art director and so on. So I love that they give a shout out to all the people involved in the design of this set. But with the set here, as you can see, I might just take it off the base for a second. Alright, so I always love the UCS bases with the faceplate with all the information on the vehicle, and this is the T-47 Airspeeder. So I'm not sure, I think from memory this might have been used as the basis of the A-Wing as well. I'm not quite sure about that, but overall the design of the base is pretty damn good, and once you get the figure on there, the vehicle on there, because it's in this direction perpendicular to the base, you can have it leaning forward, so it gives that bit of semblance of a banking maneuver on the vehicle. So it does look pretty good, but in doing that it only goes forward, so it does hide the minifigs a little bit and the faceplate, but it does give you a better view of the vehicle, so I do like that particular option. The underside of the vehicle is pretty nicely done. Everything's pretty neat, and there's the hole that you can see there for the stand, but it also does have this sort of fold out leg if you want to just prop it up on a stand, and it's got these rear legs as well, so that's a nice option if you want to just post it on there, and it does fold away quite nicely like that. You'll see all the angles here. These couple of plates along the side are held up by a couple of rubber bands, which I'll try to show you in a second. It is a bit controversial, I heard, but I can understand why they've done it, just to close up all the gaps as nicely as they could. But I'm just a bit worried about how long those rubber bands will last. But other than that, the overall aesthetic of the vehicle is very nice. So I'll put it back on the stand now, and just to give you guys a look at some of the details. Alright, I thought I'd just start off by taking off the side top panel there, just to give you a look. And there is that rubber band, and as you can see, it connects this lower panel, which is angled up, and if it wasn't for that rubber band, it would just flop down, I assume. So that rubber band pretty much holds it up so it goes right up against the bottom edge of these pieces here. Now I'm not sure why they couldn't just use some sort of hinge mechanism like they've done on the top there to fold that up, because I do worry about the longevity of that, but hopefully there's no issue over time, because it pretty much just sits there. It gives it that sort of nice angular look from both on top and on the bottom, so hopefully there's no issue with that. Now I guess there's even some sort of internal details in here with these fins here that add to the look. There's not too visible, but from various angles, if you've got it displayed up high or anywhere else, from pretty much all angles it does look pretty good. And I think I didn't show you before, but on underneath you might be able to catch a glimpse of it. They do have some fins that you do put around on various parts of the pieces here. I'm not quite sure where they are now, but there are various little pieces that they add on just for extra detail that probably aren't totally necessary, to be honest, but they do add that nicer feel for the overall piece. So I'm just trying to find where they are. They had little oh, here they are, right on the end here. I'll just quickly show you while I have the camera here. So you see all these little fins along here. I don't know if anyone's really going to notice them, but if you do have them up high, you can sort of articulate them and make them all sort of parallel. So that's just a nice little bit of extra detail that just adds to the overall, I guess, UCS feel for this set. But I'll give you guys a better look at the overall set with the wing back on. Hold on. Alright, a lot of people have complained about the fact that it's not in true minifigure scale. Which is true, and I think the TIE Fighter and X-Wing might have been in minifigure scale. So this is actually larger, but I think if they tried it in minifigure scale, it would be too small, and people would probably be, I think a lot more people would be complaining that the size isn't big enough to be an Ultimate Collector Series set. So I'm definitely glad that they went with the larger option, and it does have a lot of shelf presence in this size. And the cockpit, sure if you can see some of the details in there. One of my complaints with Lego is still that they go with stickers. I'm still not sure why they do that. There are a couple of pieces like this front console piece, if you can just see that there. That's tamped on, so that's all printed. And so there are a couple of different pieces that they do print, but then they go with stickers for everything else, which if anyone follows my channel, I always break out in a sweat trying to put these damn stickers on because of my OCD and trying to get everything straight. And on the stickers, I guess be careful of these grill stickers on this. I made the probably stupid mistake, to be honest, where there were 4 stickers and you put them on the front facing side. But when I did the first 2, I actually put the stickers on both sides of the one piece. So when I got to put these on, there were no stickers. But Lego being the fantastic service that they have, I contacted them straight away and said I made a stupid mistake, and they're sending me out a new sticker sheet. I did manage to peel it off, but it has ruined a couple of the corners once I try to peel it off to put it on. So once I get the new sticker set, I'll put on the brand new stickers, and it should be all good. So definitely thanks to Lego for that. But yeah, so that's the cockpit, and the way they've done the sort of this whole design here with the seats back to back and so on is pretty damn outstanding. And if you can see just if I zoom into that control right there, you'll probably notice that it's the sight for the AT-AT feet. So he's looking at there, and it controls the rear harpoon gun, and you can see that as you move it rotates as well. So it does rotate in the sort of opposite direction, which is probably counterintuitive, but I think just with the gears that they have, that's probably the best that they could do. But overall, I do love that cockpit design and the way they've done this whole sort of glass section. I guess they did need to use stickers here to break up that big piece of glass, but I do like the way that they folded these side windows in and sort of tuck them right in against this piece here. So it's a very nice sort of angular design. The angular design of the front of the Snowspeeder was always something that the original didn't look quite right to me. But what they've done here are they've used a whole bunch of new ball joints, which I can't remember ever using on a larger set before, so I'm not sure if that's just a new thing that they've put specifically for this. But these two pieces on the front here and this piece at the front are all on ball joints that you can sort of manipulate to get that fairly nice looking angle there. So, and it closes up all of these gaps as well, as close as it can get with those ball joints. So I do like that design. All of my other favorite part is the gears here. I'm not sure if you can actually, maybe if I swing around to this side, just zoom in there. There's a lot of nice detail in the section here of the wing that you can rotate. So you just rotate the engine or the exhaust thing here, and it just closes up that thing, and you can push it down and then open it back up again. So all of that detail in there does look very nice, and it works really well to have that sort of wing banking motion like it did in the movie. And there are also these parts at the back here that can fold down on these black pistons. So again, that's a nice display option, depending on how you want the thing to be rotating. This back grille here was a bit of a pain to insert. It's sort of two separate pieces built up separately, and then you insert them into the holes. And I had to, I ended up breaking some of these pieces off in trying to insert it. So you just need to be careful where you put your hands and firmly insert it. And once it's in parallel, it does look pretty damn good. I do like these gun turret things here, and they do angle in. So I was wondering how they were going to do that, and there was a bit of play in there. But this whole sort of mechanism from the top all the way down somehow magically all sort of connects together, because you're building all of these up in separate parts, and then they all connect together with that slight angle in, which is pretty movie accurate. I think some collectors I've read on some forums have talked about how when this is up straight like this, in the movie I think these panels here are meant to be horizontal. So I think I guess for this particular design and how they angled these side plates, they just couldn't achieve that to be horizontal. But I think once I place it in that sort of banking pose, most people wouldn't really even notice that at all. So it's not too big a deal for me. Any other details? I think that's pretty much it for this set. So with the exclusive minifigures and this new sort of updated design with some of the new techniques from Lego, I think this Snowspeeder will definitely last for another 10-15 years before they release another reissue. But for me, I'm definitely hoping that they announce a new UCS Millennium Falcon soon. I did stupidly miss out on the last one by missing out on going to Kmart in the morning when it was only about $500, whereas now you can't get it for under $2,000. So hopefully they reissue it soon with some of the new concepts and techniques that they've put into all their new UCS sets. So hopefully you like that quick look at this new Lego Snowspeeder. Hope you can click that like button and that subscribe button. For Transformers fans, I do have a pretty good haul coming in the next week and a half or so, with MP, Megatron, Dirge and Artfire coming up for review. So hopefully you can stick around for that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.